If you're new, welcome to my channel. I am a dating and relationship coach, and I am passionate about helping women to become their most authentic self to attract and keep great love. And today I'm going to be talking about why men lose interest when you are misrepresenting who you are. And I want to talk about this topic not because most of you out there are overt or intentionally misrepresenting yourself, but I want to talk about this topic in a slightly different way today. So if you've been watching this series, this is part 4 in the set of 5 videos. And if you'd like to be able to get the next video when it comes out, hit subscribe below to follow my channel. All right, so why do men lose interest when you are showing up not as yourself in an obvious way? Of course, those of you who've been doing online dating, have heard about online dating, know that there's catfishing out there where people are intentionally completely misrepresenting themselves for ulterior motives. But that's not what exactly I'm talking about. So I'm talking about the more subtler ways that we misrepresent ourselves. Maybe we put on older profile pictures, or maybe we're avoiding talking about that one subject that tends to come up on a date, but we don't want to go there. There's ways that we don't show up fully as we are, whether it's the way we're showing ourselves in our profile, whether it's the way we show up on the date. We're not fully coming as we are. And of course, we're humans. We don't always disclose everything at the first date, but I'm talking about ways that maybe you are dimming your light a bit, you're hiding something, you're not fully expressing what you really feel inside. And so when a man experiences that something is off, whether it's a profile to match her real life, or her something about her seems like it wasn't what I expected, I feel a bit disillusioned, and guy will start to lose interest. He'll think, oh, that wasn't what I was looking for. And now he's put in this effort to attract you, to woo you, to invite you on a date, and suddenly he's feeling like he's gonna backpedal out of this situation. So let's say a woman shows up on a date and really thinks she's into this guy, and he starts to ask her questions, and she has horses on her profile, and he asks her about the horses. And even though she's passionate about horses, she responds like, oh yeah, they're at this stable half an hour from me. And she doesn't say much more, and she doesn't really show what's going on inside of her. She doesn't like to be in the spotlight, and so she quickly turns it back to him. She wants to know about him. She's getting information about him so that she can figure out what he likes and how to please him. So she may not be dishonest per se, but she's showing up in a way that she doesn't really give much of an answer. She kind of hides her feelings. She doesn't express, the passion that she has about a certain subject. And maybe she ends her sentences quickly so that he doesn't get a sense that she's there, or that he can feel her, he can feel the expression, or he imagined her as someone else, and here is this very timid woman, which it's not so much about her being timid, it's about the misrepresentation and what he thought that he was looking for and what he knows works for him. So this makes it hard for a man to really see a woman, and he can start to lose interest. So this often happens when we feel afraid to show up as we are because we fear that we're going to be rejected, right? That there is someone out there that we want their approval, that we think is a great catch. And so if we fear that our opinion is not going to be accepted, or they share a strong opinion we don't have, we kind of steer away from that topic. So even though it's subtle, these could be ways that we're misrepresenting ourselves on a date, and either we're not who we really are, isn't a match for the guy, or he's sensing that there's something she's not completely comfortable with me to be able to open up, and will she be able to open up and be the real her in the future? So wouldn't you rather show up as yourself fully so that that person can know from the beginning what he's getting, who you are, and when he's attracted, when he wants to keep staying around, when he wants to be with you, when he doesn't lose interest, it's because who you are is really what he wants. I imagine that's what most women want. I know that's what I want. So I'm guessing that while most of you out there aren't overt misrepresenters of who you are, if you're relating to any amount of this video, I want to give you the opportunity to explore 3 areas that can help you show up in a way that will give you the best chances in finding a man who's really good for you. So number 1, when you notice yourself talking to a man and you notice yourself cutting yourself off quickly, hiding your opinion, maybe avoiding a certain topic, and you notice that you're wanting him to like you, and so you're avoiding these things because you pre-assume that he's not going to like those things, so that you can show up in the future in full confidence that, hey, if I show up as I am, this guy is gonna like the real me, and that is what I desire. I would ask yourself, what is it that I really want? What am I afraid to lose in this situation? And be willing to explore that. So number 2 is check your profile and just make sure, does it really represent you? Can people see you in your day-to-day life, in your pictures? Do they know about a funny fact, like you love gray cats? Do they know about something that is maybe a turnoff to you, or that how old your kids are? Things that you might shy away from telling people that might rule you out from being chosen, but could actually make you a great catch for those few men who really want you. Because the more you can tell a man clearly from the beginning who you are, the less likely it'll be for him and for you to have to backpedal out of a situation where you didn't think this is what you were in for. Because the more clear you are from the beginning with the man, the greater chances you're giving yourself for him increasing in interest versus losing interest. And number 3 is, do you allow yourself to fully express what's going on the inside on the outside? Or do you tend to mute it down? Like maybe your favorite dessert is on the menu, but you play it cool, like, oh yeah. You don't really say, oh my gosh, I love this dessert. That's what I want. Or do you maybe shy away from sharing about something that makes you really laugh out loud? Instead, you just have just your corners of your mouth turn up. Are you fully expressing what's going on inside? Because that increases the real representation and allows that person to see what's going on inside of you. And it also is fun, as we talked about earlier, in having that feminine energy come out in all of your expression and radiance. So my friends, the reason why men lose interest sometimes is for the fact that we're not for everyone. And that's totally a part of dating. We go out to date because we want to find out who people are. And if you're feeling frustrated in dating and tired of dating, one way that you can increase your chances for a man gaining interest in you is to represent yourself in the best way possible by showing up with full expression, by having correct pictures and profiles and representation of you, and by being willing to express what's inside in your outer expression and radiance. So if you notice that you struggle with some of these subtler ways of misrepresenting yourself, it's very common, and I would love to help support you to discover what could be going on underneath some of these things so that you can feel confident to trust, I can show up as I am going to be loved, I'm worthy of love, and a great man is out there for me. If this is something that you would like support with, click link below in the comments and the description, and I will be happy to meet on a coaching discovery call with you. All right, my friends, until next time, this is Kristen. I wish you the best in your love life and beyond. Take care.